Behold, 2024, the penultimate year, the final video before the final video of the year. Well, actually, no, it's the final video before the final video of 2025 days of anime. I have fucked this up so badly. Hi, hello, welcome to the video. This is the penultimate episode of the 25 days of anime, even though it's 26 days. So, let us raise a glass to almost being done, such as this lovely, beautiful, robust, full-bodied, 2025, finely aged, blackcurrant squash. Because I don't actually like wine. But say you did like wine, what kind of anime could you watch? Of course, there's the anime that I cannot remember the name of, Droplets of God or something, about wine and alcohol, but that's not the anime I'm talking about right now. The anime I'm talking about today is Bartender Glass of the God. What was the other anime actually called? Droplets of something? Droplets of wine? Who knows? Bartender Glass of the God was a spiritual slash reimagining slash retelling of a much earlier 2006 anime called Bartender, which was a much more episodic series about being a bartender. And this entire anime is literally just about being a bartender making bar drinks. There is a subplot about two women trying to hire the bartender to work in their high-rise, but it doesn't really do much for the story, and it kind of is just a through line to keep you invested each week. The actual story is just, here's some alcohol, here's how you make it, and here's a emotional stab story behind the drink and why you should care so much about it. It's pretty good. I enjoy the series. Plus, each episode, despite being kind of sappy, always manages to give you a good life lesson.
There are two professions that must never deceive their customers, no matter what. The bartender.
On behalf of Hotel Cardinal, I'd like to thank each of you for joining us. The hotel's been open for 2 months and we still don't have a functioning bar. We believe it's important to our business to have our own authentic speakeasy. If we can't find someone soon, what are we gonna do? This is why you're here today. Whoever passes our test will be offered the bartender position.
Look at this! Glass of God? What the hell even is that?
Speaking of bartenders, this guy right here is one of them.
Welcome in.
Make whatever cocktail you think is perfect for me.
Here you are.
That's why we're here, to test his skills.
What does the word bartender mean to you? A bar is like a perch, and tender means gentle or kind. Really, a bar is just a piece of wood to place drinks on. But there's also a tender on the other side. And so, for me, it means home. When I have a customer on that side of the bar, I want them to enjoy their perfect drink. That's all there is to it.
However, when you raise your glass, what will you accompany it with? Because each wine should be perfectly paired with a certain dish. And I know a lot about wine, mainly how bad it tastes. But if you got a red wine, a white wine, or a rosé, which drink would pair best with a man-eating plant tart, hippogriff dumplings, or haunted sorbet? These may sound like peculiar dishes, and they most certainly are. But if you do not have the time or money to be able to stock up on regular supplies, one's only options when exploring a dungeon is to not get interrupted in the middle of their speech. Great, thanks. Where was I? When your only option is to explore a dungeon and eat the monsters inside it, that's your only option. I've completely gone off the roots with this bit. Goddamn cold coolers. I think this grape juice is going to my head. If you're enjoying this shit, like and subscribe. I don't fucking know, man. Though when you enter into a dungeon such as that in Delicious in Dungeon, if you don't have the money or the time to be able to buy supplies or food to be able to make your adventure, you must rely on the only source you have while adventuring: the monsters and fauna that you find inside the dungeon.
We came all this way, just to fail?
We'll have to go back for more supplies.
Brother! Have you seen Fallon?
No way.
She got eaten. Raiding dungeons takes money. By the time we figure this out, my sis will be digested. I have to go back to the dungeon. We're going to get all of our food from the dungeon. This place is full of monsters, right? So then, the dungeon has to have an ecosystem in it. We humanoids can sustain ourselves in the dungeon too.
We're really eating monsters?
Yep, every meal. Some of those monsters were tasty looking, remember? We don't have money for food. What else can we do?
Laios, no. No!
I think we just found our lunch.
How do you even know the thing's safe for us to eat?
The Dungeon Gourmet Guide says so. It's a basic ingredient, actually. Hear that scuttling? That's a scorpion!
Is eating monsters some kind of weird fantasy of yours?
I always wondered how they taste.
He's a psychopath.
At this, I've been studying the monsters in here and how to cook them up for over 10 years now. It's ready.
This shouldn't smell as good as it does.
And of all the animes that came out in 2024, I consider Delicious in Dungeon my anime of the year, because this anime is so weird and just feels like an autistic person's dream, and I love it. And if you get a taste, haha, pun, that was unintentional, but that was a good one. If you get a taste for exploring dungeons, you may consider becoming an adventurer and exploring the dungeons of solo leveling. However, instead of searching for your next meal, you'll be searching for your riches, and perhaps the answer to why gateways from another world have begun appearing. Unfortunately, you might also end up like our main character, Jinu-san, who has gained the weakest of all magical powers. However, through his courage and stubbornness, Man, I have really messed up this script. However, through his courage and stubbornness, Up to You to Decide was given a second chance at life. What does that even mean? I don't know, man. But yeah, Up to You to Decide was given a second chance at life. Maybe I was a little intoxicated on this delicious grape juice. This video's gone so off the rails, hasn't it? Shall we continue? Yes, I agree. However, through his courage and stubbornness, was given a second chance at life, and a unique power which allows him to quickly become infinitely more powerful as long as he puts the work in, making him able to fight orcs, demons, monsters, and kaiju-like creatures alike.
More than a decade ago, a series of pathways appeared connecting our world to another dimension. The other side of these gates teemed with bizarre creatures. These monsters proved immune to conventional weaponry. Some humans awakened abilities to combat the threat. They are known as hunters. Hunting's now one of the most lucrative careers on Earth thanks to the treasures found in those monster dens. We hunters gather essence stones from high-ranked beasts and use them to create weapons and armor that allow us to take down even more creatures in a vicious cycle. And the magic coursing through them determines their rank.
Is that a Genu sung I see?
There's S, A, B, C, D, leaving E as the lowest level.
Is that kid like a big deal or something?
They call him the weakest hunter of all mankind.
No amount of training will improve their power once it awakens. A hunter's strength and rank are set from day one.
Unless, that is, they have a rare second awakening.
Hey! Come take a look at this, guys. Finally, we found the lair.
Look out, it's a trap! I'm glad my death means they can live. Why'd they leave without asking about this screen? In the 4 days since I regained consciousness, I figured out a few things. To start, these screens are not hallucinations. I also get ability points. They boost my stats, and I can divide them up however I want. I've got these skill and inventory screens too. Open inventory! I'm at level 2. Guess it's triggered by real combat, and the bonus for leveling up is how my stats go up by 1. Based on what I've learned, I'm willing to bet that I have unlimited potential now. My level and abilities would just keep going up. If that's true, then I can get stronger.
And where if adventuring doesn't work out for Genu, he can always join the JAKDF. I remember the acronym very well. The JADKF, yes, in Kaiju number 8. Where he can fight even more kaijus alongside Kafka Hibino, a man with a similar story to Genu.
One day, I'll join the defense force. Let's wipe out all the kaiju together.
How did I wind up on this side of everything?
He could have been a great Defense Force officer if he had passed the test.
The Defense Force is changing the age cutoff. The limit's at 33 now.
Found you.
Kaiju! While you held this guy off,
Everyone managed to evacuate.
Sir! The results have come back! You made the cut!
I'm part of the defense force! Thank you. I'll take it from here.
What about the good kaiju? You're not gonna hurt him, right?
Glad you're okay.
He saved my mommy from the bad kaiju.
We're finally ready to proceed with the next phase of our plan. Time to bring the kaiju power that festers in the hands of humanity back to the hands of kaiju where it belongs.
However, just like Genu, Kafka must keep his newfound powers a secret, otherwise he'll be dissected and studied. But on the plus side, if that were to happen, at least it's only humans that would be dissecting him, and not aliens trying to steal his penis. Except it wasn't the aliens, actually, was it? It was a demon, woman, ghost in Danahan. Shows how much I watched the series. Danahan! I watched 2 episodes and realised this anime isn't for me, so I dropped it. Do I think it's good? It's not for me. I haven't watched enough to give it a good representation, so I can't say that. But it's not an anime for me, so I'm not going to give a view on it. I think, considering how much it's been talked about, it's probably amazing, it's probably great, probably fantastic. People seem to love this series and they were clamoring for season 2. I'm very happy they can enjoy that. I'm glad they can enjoy Danahan, but it is not an anime for me.
I dare you to go to someplace haunted. If you end up seeing a ghost, you have to be my gopher.
And if you see an alien, then you have to admit they're real and be my gopher.
I'll let you suckle my teats, boy. If you let me gobble your dog.
We shall have intercourse with you.
I'm gonna gobble all your dogs.
Give us your banana.
Kill me.
Messiah's sake! You never said you had psychic powers!
I didn't know I had them either.
The kid's dong is all mine. If you want it back, go to the tunnel.
I was snatched by aliens. Guess I believe in them now.
And I got cursed by a ghost. I believe in them now.
Give him his pecker back!
Yeah, I'm surging with power now.
You know what else I dropped? Uzumaki. I did eventually finish it, but that series was shit, man. And I knew it would be. I am not surprised. And I made a video all the way back before it was released going like, hey, Junji Ito adaptations don't work. And I got a shitload of comments on that video going, you're just being pretentious. Stop being a buzzkill. Give it a try. Don't be mean. You're just a sad, pathetic man. And only one of those was true.
He just sits there, staring for hours at his sprawling collection of spirals.
Just the very act of molding clay on a wheel, it's like you're embodying the art of the spiral, like this, swirling inward. Yes, I can see it so clearly. A black spiral would be perfect.
And guess what? Junji Ito adaptations do not work in animation. Stop trying to do it. I've said it with the Junji Ito collection. I said it with the other one I was talking about. I said it with Tales Macabre. I've said it with Uzumaki. Please, for the love of God, stop trying to translate panels of art into animation that doesn't have the same level of love. Ito's work works in pen form. It does not work in animation. Stop trying to animate it. Legitimately, I really wanted Uzumaki to actually be amazing. I wanted it to be great. It was in the black and white. It was reminiscent of Ito's black and white paper work. But I watched the trailer and I just looked at it and went, no, this is gonna be shit. And I called it. And it was like, nah, it's gonna be great. It looks amazing. You're just being pessimistic. Stop being pessimistic. No, I'm just a realist, okay? Finally, let's talk about Go-Go Loser Ranger. What can I say about this series? Well, I've already made a video on my opinion of Go-Go Loser Ranger, and go watch that video if you want to know my views. I don't think the series is good. That's all there is to it. People call me a buzzkill for saying that, but it's not good. It's junk food, but it's not good junk food. Much later on in the story, when certain factors are going to be revealed, just go watch my video and I'd say, like, this series is so fucking stupid. There's suspension of disbelief, and then there's just bad writing. And Go-Go Loser Ranger is a fucking terribly written series. It's got amazing concepts, but they were never flushed out, and they just don't feel clever.
The Dragon Keepers versus the nefarious monster army.
Our battle against the monsters began the day the floating fortress appeared.
We continue to invade the planet every Sunday. But can't let civilians know that this is all an act.
It's been 13 years since the battle began.
Don't forget we have a truce, and that makes us colleagues.
Our mighty evil floating fortress and our bosses fell in like a year?
Those were the terms of the truce we signed that fateful day.
You won't conquer Earth that easily. This planet belongs to humans, and we won't let monsters win. We are
the Dragon Keepers! Give them hell to stars!
I'm done putting on this act. I'm so done with this play acting.
This isn't the agreement. Be a good villain and play your part.
Our true mission!
World domination. Hey, good job, buddy. But we won't lose to these creatures. Shut up, play your part, and lose. Our enemy cannot be killed. Their immortality emboldens them.
Just because we can't die doesn't mean you can do whatever you want to us. We still feel pain, you know. I'm sick and tired of staying quiet and doing what I'm told.
You said you wanted to learn how to defeat the Rangers. The secret is the divine artifacts.
A year after the war began, we created a weapon to destroy them.
There are 5 of them. They're transformation talismans for the Dragon Keepers, created to help them fight monsters.
We're a monster and a ranger. We were made to fight against each other, so let's have a little competition. I'm gonna crush the Ranger Force before you know it.
And I bet that I can fix the Ranger Force first.
Go-Go Loser Ranger has a bunch of really cool ideas in it, but the author had no idea how to execute them, and so it's not good. Anyway, check out this video over here to watch the final episode of the 25 days, 26 days if you count 2000, of anime, and hear what my top anime of 2025 was. Until then, bye. That was a terrible sign-off. I'm gonna get more grape juice.